What is up, you guys? My name is Breyonna, and today I'm going to share with you guys how to get this really fun pastel fantasy inspired eyeshadow look using the brand new Colourpop Aura and Out eyeshadow palette. And this palette is so gorgeous. Like, I cannot get over the color story. If you haven't seen it yet, like, it is just all these beautiful greens and blues. It just overall has a really unique vibe to it. But with the tie-dye collection, I did get all three of the palettes, so we are going to be reviewing all of them separately, and I'll have each of the videos linked in the description box down below for you. I can tell my allergies are really bad. My voice is cracking so bad. But before we jump into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @BreyonnaFaye. So before we jump into using the palette, of course we gotta prime our eyelids first, and I'm just gonna be going in with my Anastasia eye primer. So today we are going to be using one of the palettes out of the brand new tie-dye collection from Colourpop, but isn't the little bundle so cute? When I bought it, I didn't even know it was going to come in this. And it's technically called Cloud Dye, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But it has like this cute little sleeve, and then once you remove it, you can see all the palette colors, and it opens up just so adorable. Like, I was even showing my dad this, and he's like, that's really cute. I mean, you just never see packaging like this all that much. So the one that we are going to use today is Aura and Out, because honestly, like, this is the one that catches my eye every single time I look at all three of them. And I mean, I'm a sucker for greens, so why not use it? But this color story though, she's so beautiful. I love these like bluish greens and like these yellowy greens. Like, they're just really unique, and I don't think I've ever seen colors like that before, especially from Colourpop. And even these like yellowy oranges, they're just really just kind of on the different side. I'm trying to figure out like which shade I want to go in with first, just because they're all just so cute, and just I want to put them all over my eyes. But I think the first one I'm going to go in with is called In a Vision. It's like this yellowy color. My bad, it is technically called Eurovision. I don't know why I read it wrong. But I'm just taking it on this Luxie 229 tapered blending brush, and I'm applying it in the crease in the inner third of my eye. Ooh, that is really sheer though. So I'm going to build it up a little bit, and let's see what happens. Oh yeah, she does build up. Like, this one is definitely like a really light pastel yellow. And then once you have that applied, the next shade that we are going to be going in with is this matte green in the palette called Fresh Cut. And I'm just going to be taking it on this Kaleidos S2 blending brush, and I'm going to be applying it in my crease in the center third. And then I'm going to do these little circular motions to blend that upwards towards my brow. Man, like, that's a really unique green though. I'm gonna build it up though because I want it a little bit more intense than this. But I will say, for a pastel formula, so far these two colors have not been like dusty at all. You do have to slightly build them up, but honestly, I don't find that a big deal, especially with how the formula is. And I'm just gonna do these little circular motions and kind of like buff it into that yellow that we just applied, just to make sure everything is all nice and blended together. These two colors together though are so gorgeous, but the next one that we're going to be going in with is this light blue in the corner called Vibes. And then using this brush from Lash, I'm just going to be applying it in my crease in the outer third of my eye, and I'm also using it to round out my outer V. Ooh, like this next to that green though, that is so cool looking. And I'm also kind of like overlapping it slightly with that green, just to make sure everything is all nice and blended together. But like, dang, like, those are really nice colors. Like, they just go so seamless. I'm gonna kind of like flick in a little bit more blue into that green, because I accidentally applied the green a little bit too far outwards. But like, these colors together just are so adorable. I don't know about you guys though, but I have been on a huge pastel kick lately. Like, I just love pastels. I think they're adorable and just so much fun to use. So when I saw Colourpop launch these, I was like, I need these as soon as possible. I don't know if my camera is showing it or not, but I mean, look how smooth the shadow is and how effortlessly it is blending into that green. Okay, but like, seriously, like, these colors together are just so adorable. I absolutely love how this is turning out so far. But off camera, I'm just going to cut my crease using that ABH eye primer, and I'm going to do a halo style because I want to try and use as many of the colors out of this palette, and I feel like a halo style is going to be able to give me a little bit more wiggle room to use more of them. So once you cut your crease and it is 100% dry, now we're going to start kind of like fluffing out these edges and the harsh lines of that cut crease. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with is this kind of like yellowy brown shade, and it is called Solar Hour. And using this Sigma E20, I'm just going to be applying it right on that harsh line of that cut crease in the center little third of my lid. And when I'm doing this, I'm making sure that I'm really pressing it down. This will also help give us a little bit more definition in this area too. And then for the outer portion, I'm going to mix Vibes with Soul Sister, and I'm doing like a 1:1 ratio. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work, but you know what, we're going to try it out anyways. And I'm just going to be pressing it on that harsh line in the outer third of my lid. And I'm using this Anastasia, what are you, an A13 brush? It's like a little fluffy flat shader brush. I'm just going to slightly layer it up as well. Ooh, that's a pigmented color though. I mean, like seriously, like look at that. It is so sparkly. So I kind of want a little bit of shimmer right here in this inner third of the lid, and I think the shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here called Healing Heart. I'm just going to take it on this little tiny Profusion flat shader brush. This is an ES5 brush, and I'm just going slightly right over that yellowy color that we just applied, and then bringing it inwards. And again, when you're doing this, you do want to leave a gap in the center here because we're going to apply the glitter there in a second. But like this green next to that yellowy color is so pretty. And also, like, both of these shimmers are super blinding. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're just like extra sparkly. So I'm just going to do an extra layer of that green because I want it super blinding. But oh, it is so cool looking. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like a yellowy lime green. It's such a cool color. I don't know if I have anything like that. So once you have everything where you want it to be, now we're going to be going in with this absolutely gorgeous iridescent glitter shade called Energetics. I'm just going to be taking it on this flat shader brush. Like, that is such a cool color. I don't know about you guys, but I love Colourpop's pressed glitters. They are by far my absolute favorite with the formula. They're just so creamy. They don't feel nasty on the eyes. They dry down really well, and they also create no mess. Okay, but like that glitter though is so cool. I love it in the center. I'm just gonna take my finger and see if we can get it like extra sparkly. Oh yeah, like if you use your finger, it looks super, super cool. And I'm slightly like overlapping it with the edge of that blue as well as with the green. I gotta say, this might be my new favorite pastel look that I have ever done. Like, I don't know what it is about this look, but I love the colors, I love the sparkle, and it just has a really cool vibe to it. But off camera, I'm just gonna quickly clean things up a little bit because I do have a little bit of fallout from that blue shadow, and I'm also going to apply my complexion products, and then I'll be right back to finish up the look. So here's where I'm at right now after applying my complexion products, and man, I'm just loving how this is turning out so far. Like, it's just so cool. But now we're going to start working on the lower lash line, and the first shade that I'm going to be going in with is that blue that we used earlier. And then taking Vibes on this little Moda brushes, what are you called? It's a detail brush. I'm just going to be popping this baby right in the outer third of my lower lash line. And when I'm applying it, I'm just doing back and forth motions. You see what I mean though? Like, this shade is just beautiful. And then once you have that blue applied, I'm just going to go in with that matte green that we used earlier called Fresh Cut. And then using this teeny tiny little Moda Brushes shader brush, I'm just going to be applying this to the center third of my lower lash line. I'm also slightly overlapping it with that blue just to make sure we have a nice seamless gradient. And then lastly, I'm just going to go in with this yellowy color called Eurovision. And I'm just going to take this on a Sigma, what are you called, an E30 pencil brush. And I'm just going to be applying this to the inner third of my lower lash line. And again, I'm slightly overlapping it with that green. So once you have that lower lash line done, now we can do my absolute favorite part, which is the inner corner highlight. And I mean, you could go in with a shade out of this palette, but I want like a yellowy gold, really sparkly metallic. So instead, I'm going to be going in with one of my all-time favorite highlighters from Colourpop, and that is Flexitarian. And then using this BH Cosmetics little pencil brush out of the Lavender Luxe set, I'm going to be packing the shit out of it into my inner corner. And I'm slightly bringing it underneath the inner tear duct area to open up the eye. And I'm just going to slightly layer it up just a little bit because I want it extra blinding today, especially since we used that glitter in the center, just to help balance everything out. Okay, but like that is the perfect inner corner highlight for this look. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. I seriously cannot recommend this highlight enough, especially if you're into like yellowy gold and white gold highlights. You will absolutely love it. And then to line my waterline, I'm just going to go in with Colourpop's pencil liner in the shade Exit, which is a white one. So here is the finished look using the Aura and Out palette from Colourpop's Tie Dye Collection, and I just love how this turned out. By far, probably one of my favorite looks I have ever done using pastels, like hands down. I just think it turned out so pretty. I love the colors that we used, I love the different finishes, and even that pressed glitter in the center looks really awesome too. So let's go over the formula of this palette, and I do want to talk about the mattes first. And the mattes in here though, they have a really nice formula. They're very like creamy and buttery. I will say with the pigmentation, you do have to build them up a little bit, but I only had to build them up maybe 2 to 3 layers max. You don't have to do any more than that. But even though you do have to build them up, they are not chalky, they're not dusty, and they also blend out really well. As for the shimmer formula, they remind me of all of my other shimmers from Colourpop, so they have this creamy texture to them that looks super sparkly on the eyes. And the pressed glitter in here is literally so beautiful on the eyes. It doesn't make a mess, and it's just really easy to apply. If you want to get into pressed glitters, I definitely recommend trying out the ones from Colourpop just because they have a nice formula, they don't get everywhere, and they also last all day on me. Since the color story of this palette is so light in tone, I definitely recommend using a white sticky base underneath the shadows just to make sure that they are popping with the color and also making sure that they really adhere well to the eyes. And for sticky bases, I would of course recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer as well as the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and you can also use a white concealer. So when it comes down to it, would I recommend this palette to you guys? And honestly, whether you like the color story of it or if you're wanting to experiment with pastels, I think you're gonna absolutely love it. The pastel formula in here is so nice, especially the mattes. They don't get dusty, they don't get chunky looking, they're just really nice and smooth on the eyes. And also the shimmers in here are super, super sparkly. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know which palette I should use next out of this collection. But as always though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @BreyonnaFaye. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!